Get ready. It's time to surround yourself with some of the best attractions Central Florida has to offer. It's time for the Central Florida Sights and Sounds Podcast with your hosts, John and Anne Marie Carigliano.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Welcome to our family time. Welcome to our brotherly time. We're happy, giving and taking to the friends we're making. There's nothing we won't do. Welcome to our family time. Welcome to our happy time. This is a festival, and now the best of all, we're here to share it all.
Welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of the Central Florida Sights and Sounds Podcast, bringing you the sights and sounds of Central Florida's world-class attractions. And I'm your host, John Carigliano, and of course is my wonderful wife, Miss Anne Marie.
Hi.
Well, we're here at Epcot. Obviously, last week we had a bit of a technical difficulty with the audio. So this week we're going to be bringing you the same attraction that we did this week, or would have been last week, but we're going to also have a bonus for this week to make up for it, to also say I'm sorry.
The much awaited / maligned Frozen Ever After.
Yes, we are doing Frozen Ever After. We've actually got some fast passes to get ready to do it. And then we're going to take you on over to the land to do Soarin' Around the World. So, are you ready for this, Anne-Marie?
I miss Maelstrom.
I know we all miss Maelstrom. But we'll see how Walt Disney Imagineering has worked their magic on this attraction.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go binaural right now. The ride itself. Oh my God. Wait, do you guys have a disability?
No, we have fast pass.
Oh, you have fast pass?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go.
Oh, okay.
So we're actually in the queue right now of the attraction. What do you think so far?
So, interesting to note, everyone who rode Maelstrom, everyone that we know pretty much has been on it. Actually, where we're loading now is the old unload area.
Yes, and part of the queue was the old theater for Maelstrom.
And I don't know if you noticed, when we touched our fast passes, it was kind of like a rainbow effect.
Yes.
on the Fast Pass thing. Second limit on the first one is. Even here in the Fast Pass line, there's at least 3 switchbacks. I can't even figure out how many there are in the main area over there.
A lot.
The wait time said 90 minutes.
As we get blinded by flash photography in the queue.
John will also be taking GoPro video
Yes.
of this, so
Actually, we're doing this simultaneously with
Yes.
with the binaural.
because we don't ever really want to have to go on this ever again.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the ride loading is a little bit slower because it loads and unloads in the same spot, versus where in the old one it unloaded and unloaded in 2 different areas. You know, maybe I really should upload because if you recall, I have video of our last Maelstrom ride. I never really posted that anywhere. I'm surprised.
Maybe you should do another side by side.
Maybe I should do another side by side.
Yeah, like put it up separately, but put also a side by side.
And do a side by side at the theater. It'd be just a video of the queue. Okay, so unload is
It's
yeah, it's like one behind the other.
yeah, it's kind of like how a lot of the other like jungle cruise or things like that.
They're
you know,
very close by.
yeah.
I will admit, so far this is actually looking pretty good so far. It is nice to see the old vehicles again,
I guess part of the reason why I say we'll probably never do this again is
because the line's too long.
well, the line's too long, and being as cast members can only book Fast Passes 7 days in advance, there's really no way for us to get a Fast Pass. The only way I got this one was luckily I had a resort reservation with a friend this past weekend, so I was able to book out 60 days in advance.
Exactly. 2, can we have the front row?
If you wait for the third boat.
Or do you want to just go?
We can wait.
We can wait.
You want to wait?
All right, we'll
I
wait.
got nothing but time. Row 1? Just wait for the third boat that comes.
Yep.
these are the same boats.
Why is that?
Because we were able to fit like 3 or 4 people in the rows.
There's 3 people right there. So enjoy Frozen Ever After. Here we go.
Para su seguridad, mantengan las manos y brazos y pies y piernas alrededor del bote. Ayuda a sus niños. Háganse frente. On a day very much like today, Anna saved her sister with an unselfish act of true love and for a frozen heart.
And now they're best friends. Hey, they're going up to the ice palace.
All right, so you've just heard Frozen Ever After. Anne-Marie, what is your final review? Lame.
You guys like it?
And why was it meh for you?
It's just, I don't know, there's just nothing to write home about.
Everyone seen the film Linger?
All right. So you said meh. I will say it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like,
Like I
oh
said,
my god, it was fantastic.
nothing to write home about.
It really wasn't anything to write home about. I thought the animatronics were pretty good. I thought Olaf was interesting.
The animatronics kind of creep me out a little bit.
I think the animatronics.
The faces creep me out a little bit.
No.
Because I don't, you may not have noticed, but I looked back and like along the jawline, you could see where it was a video face and the rest of it was just painted. Mm-hmm. And you could see like a clear line. Mm-hmm. It was just kind of weird.
I will say, the Olaf animatronics were done very well.
The Olaf and Sven ones, I didn't. It was the people ones.
Yeah.
Like Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, like they were kind of. It was just kind of weird.
I'm going to continue on this little tirade that a lot of people on Twitter. Too many screens. I really don't care about the screens. I mean, there's some things that you can't do with practical effects.
I feel like there should have been more nods to Maelstrom in it.
I think there were the
Like, they
the
could have kept the
puffins.
polar
Did you notice the puffins on the right hand side? In the final
I feel
scene.
like they should have kept the polar bear because he would have fit in perfectly.
Yeah, I know. There were puffins on the right hand side of that last final scene where that ice castle is. The puffins were from the original Maelstrom attraction, so. But all in all, really wasn't.
Like, again, it's one of those things. If we happen to get a fast pass for it and we're here, then maybe. I definitely would not wait in a 90-minute line for it.
No.
Because it's like a 2.5-minute attraction. So, like, maybe 3 minutes, I don't know. But, like, it's not something worth 90 minutes in my view.
No.
But neither was Maelstrom. You know, like.
I agree. So, we're going to take a little short commercial break. And our next stop, we're going to be over at the Land Pavilion to do Soarin' Around the World. It's kind of funny because we did this last week, but I always enjoy doing it, so I'm excited to do it again. So, yeah. We'll see you then.
Are you sleepy? No. What do you think it's gonna be like? Mom says there's even more magical stuff now.
Okay, guys, back to bed.
We're too excited to sleep.
Imagine how excited your kids will be when their favorite Disney stories come to life on a magical Walt Disney World vacation. You sleep?
No, too excited.
I heard that.
All right, we are back. And we're here inside the Land Pavilion here. And, yeah, so we're going to get ready to do Soarin' Around the World, which was supposed to be our show last week, but we had some audio levels that were going crazy on my recorder, so yeah. But amazingly, it's actually not been that busy here at Walt Disney World lately.
In general, yes. Thank you to your pricing.
Yes. That has certainly pushed a lot of, I hate to say it, it's pushed a lot of the lower class people out, and they just can't afford, the lower class can't afford it. I don't like when you say uh-oh.
Well, I didn't see a wait time.
Oh, okay.
Now I see.
This isn't Frozen.
We got 2 minutes.
Okay. So I know on our last time around we were kind of discussing facts and stuff like that. You want to sit? Okay.
10 minutes. Well, one of the things that has been interesting since the opening of the third theater, it's really cut down the wait time.
Oh, immensely.
A lot.
Immensely.
You know, Soarin' at Epcot was more or less an hour wait, period.
Yeah.
Minimum was an hour. It's basically been cut down to about 40 minutes, which is, when we were at Disneyland, which was about the same amount of time at Disneyland.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's been a lot of, like, why was it different at Disneyland than it is here? My theory as to why it was different here, being as it was the same film, but it was different here than it was at Disneyland, was location. Because there is
the type of audience.
It's not even so much that. There's a lot to do at California Adventure, ride-wise. There's not a lot to do ride-wise here at Epcot.
Okay.
So
I think in my opinion it had to do with your audience, because you're dealing with a lot of tourists here, where at the Disneyland Resort you're dealing with a lot of locals.
Well, yeah, but they still have high wait times for things like Space Mountain and, you know, things like that. I just think it's because of where it was located.
Uh-huh.
Like, because here at Epcot you have your big major rides are Soarin', Test Track, and Mission Space.
Yes.
Not everyone can go on Test Track or a Mission Space. You know, being as height requirement, being like, you don't want to throw up, you know. So, like, here, this was a ride for the whole family. Kind of the same reason why Toy Story Midway Mania here at Hollywood Studios is a ridiculous wait time compared to where it is at California Adventure.
Correct.
Its location. You have basically 2 rides at Hollywood Studios that don't have a height requirement. So, and one of them is kind of scary. Like, if you don't realize it as an adult, but if you're a child in the Great Movie Ride, parts of it are kind of scary. You know?
Hey, when I went on the Great Movie Ride, this goes back 25 years ago. When I was 7 years old, hint, it was 1991. That alien portion of the ride terrified the crap out of me. I remember like scooting in, and
Your mom.
Yeah, it was possibly my mom. But yeah, I don't know where we're going with
Well,
this.
just like because
I totally forgot.
Because Toy Story there is the only ride that
Kids
kids can go
everybody
on,
can
the
do,
whole family
because
can
it's on a
do.
completely flat track.
Yeah, and it's like even here, if you're a little bit shorter, they have that little loop thing that you can put your kid through. You know.
Yes.
So this is kind of a ride that everybody in the family can go on, which is probably one of the reasons why it was so popular, as opposed to California Adventure, where there's a lot for children to do.
Yeah. Outside of that, technical things, the film looks absolutely beautiful. It's now projected not with film stock, but it uses laser. I think it's like a laser digital projection, which makes it completely crisp, completely clear. It now actually projects it at 60 frames per second versus the standard 30 frames. Because even when Soarin' over California came back for that limited engagement, it was under that new projection system, and it looked absolutely beautiful. But I remember watching you go on it, and when you're flying over Los Angeles at night with that traffic, it's almost like Throw Up City.
Yeah.
It kind of looks weird because you get like slight camera movements, and your eyes are tracking that, and it's
the Los Angeles scene always made me kind of nauseated.
Even with the regular.
Even with the regular, it always made just the lights.
And it's like sped up.
Yeah, no. But it's just like, so basically, if you remember Soarin' over California, what we had here was
a copy of it.
Well, it was film. So like you could see all the dirt spots and all
there was
the
dust
you know.
and hair. It's things that go along with
with film. But you know, like when it came back, it was super clear. So like you could actually like because I guess it was sped up to the 60 frames or whatever.
Well, it was shot at 60 frames. It was shot with the highest resolution camera that 2006 existed today, and so it's really super clear.
Well, no,
I know
the
like
old one.
the old one, which was like shot in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Maybe it was shot with a
I'm
lower
saying, like,
IMAX.
But when like
Something.
they did the golf scene that has the Mickey on the golf
Yeah.
ball, when we were sitting on the side, you were actually able to see the Mickey, because usually it was going so fast you wouldn't be able to see it. But like when it was doing the other one, you were able to actually see the Mickey head, which
Yeah.
is weird. So yeah.
I will say like the new one, and you won't be able to see it obviously listening to this, but you can actually go on our YouTube page. I should just post just the ride by itself and not have to like watch the entire queue to get to it. But there are several instances of computer generated, either be animals or planes or
Taj
clouds or what?
Taj Mahal's.
Taj Mahal. I don't know if that's a computer generated Taj Mahal.
It has been like debated from what I understand.
It looks weird because it's so hyper realistic. You're not sure. Your eyes are not sure.
But there are obviously some things like, you know,
Maybe the hot air balloon transitions pretty much
the,
like
the
computer.
transitions for the most part
Are not subtle.
are not subtle at all, and
It's in your face.
and you can tell they're obviously computer generated. Like it's not like a whale came right up to the helicopter
And splashed
and
right in front of the
splashed,
camera.
You know, some of the other things like the smells, I feel aren't as potent.
Okay.
Like I really miss the orange smell.
Yeah. The ones that you experience when you go on the attraction is the dirt smell in Kilimanjaro. You have this incense smell at the Taj Mahal, and you get this,
Yankee Candle.
what I like to call the Yankee Candle smell when you're going over, I think it's what, the Maui, like
Fiji or
Fiji,
something?
Fiji
Yeah.
Islands. You get this puff, like you'll get like 3 puffs of this.
And it literally
Yankee
smells
Candle.
like ocean breeze, Yankee Candle.
Yeah.
Like, but you know.
It's like you go buy one, watch the video, and then when the Fiji Islands come up, just take a sniff, and it's just like it's that.
But if you do go on our YouTube page, John did get like the best video.
Yeah.
Because we were in the center row, we were in the B row, and we were also in the front row, and John got the middle seat. So
It's it's the most center seat you could possibly get ever.
Yeah.
And there's no way I could have gotten any more center than
Yeah.
that. So
And so the video is fantastic. So if you want to like listen to the podcast and watch the video at the same time,
yes. So anyway, it looks like I'm just looking over your shoulder, and it looks like our Fast Pass is indeed ready. So you ready to go soaring around the world?
let's go soaring around the world.
Even though we don't have a passport?
Yes.
Yet. All right, let's go.
I think one of the luckiest things just happened to us. We just missed a Brazilian tour group.
It's actually not Brazilian, Argentinian. Okay. And what's interesting now, they have this new interactive game. It's called the Soarin' Challenge. And you can actually go to soarinchallenge.com when you're in the queue line. And throughout, when you're waiting in the regular queue, oh, that's right. You can actually answer trivia questions.
So sort of like if you've ever been to World of Color, how they do it on the fun wheel.
Yes,
The fun
or as you like to call the death wheel.
Like the death wheel challenge. But you know, like the questions are about geography, so probably most Americans are failing at it.
Well, it's not even only about geography. It really, like the difficulty level is really amped up because it will give you a silhouette of the country and then give you points on the map, and you have to
Okay,
guess where the
here's-
capital is.
Here's a question.
All right. So we're gonna welcome to Croatia, because Anne-Marie knows a lot about Croatia. The world's smallest town is Hum, Croatia. True or false?
gonna go.
I'm going to say false.
I'll go true.
3, 2, 1. And indeed, it is true.
See, I know a lot about Croatia.
Yes, you do.
It tends to vary between only 17 and 23 residents.
Our entire department is probably more than that. So the new things that they added down the main thoroughfare to get to Soren, they've added now carpet. They've added a lighted ceiling, which is kind of like a light blue. And they've also added some textured walls.
And one of the fantastic things is where we all thought it was going to go away is Patrick is back.
Patrick is back. He's still still the exact same pre-show. The only things that have changed are there's no more logo or reference to Soren over California or to Soren or anything like that. It just says welcome to Soren. But they've done a better job editing the mouth part. And also when they buckle the kids' safety belt, it was a Grumpy shirt that had Disneyland Resort on it. Well, they've done a great job of completely erasing that from existence. So, yeah.
But like Patrick Warburton, he put on Twitter like the day Soarin' over California closed.
Yep.
He put up on Twitter.
Thanks for
saying,
soaring.
Well, he said something like, "Great job, pal. Thanks for soaring with us." Like that was his tweet, and everybody like freaked out. Like, no, don't go. And then when it debuted the next day, he was still there, and it's like, really, dude, really?
He did that. So it looks like we're not going to be going down Concourse C. We're going to be going down Concourse B.
We do have some people behind us talking about Frozen Ever After.
Yeah. So a little behind the scenes stuff of this week's show. We almost did not make our Frozen Ever After because we left the house pretty early and we had some severe thunderstorms coming through. We had 3 different routes that we could have taken. Or just tried. And all of them were bogged down with traffic, like severe traffic. And it was awful.
And we made it.
But we did make it. I knew you would.
Dinosaurs going away.
No, it's not.
For 3 months it is.
Oh, okay. You make it sound like it's going away.
Until my birthday.
Okay.
Literally, it's going to reopen on October 16th.
Interesting, really.
So guess what we're doing on my birthday?
I guess we're going on dinosaur.
I like dinosaur.
I know you do.
And we've been on, also today, we've been on a uploading spree on YouTube.
Yes, we have.
So
Yesterday, decided to go to Disney's Hollywood Studios and take about three just B-roll style 360 movies, and we posted them up on our channel.
So if you're not familiar with how to use a 360 video,
Because there is some people that don't know how to use 360.
you either have to view it on the app on your phone. If you just open it up in Chrome or whatever, it's not going to.
It also doesn't work if you click the link.
Yeah, it'll bring you to Chrome.
No.
It'll bring you to whatever.
It brings you to the mobile browser within YouTube, and it doesn't work.
You have to
use the official YouTube app.
And if you're using it on your desktop computer or your laptop,
Use Chrome.
you have to use Chrome. Otherwise, if you use Firefox or Safari,
It's a completely square image,
Yeah.
or it's a laid out image. And if you want to view it that way, you can do that
And
too.
I find that creepy.
And it's just really weird. But if you really want to get the interactive experience, do it obviously.
You could see
in the-
John in all the photos or all the videos.
That's the weird part, because when you're shooting stuff with just a regular, like your regular GoPro, my regular HD camera, you're always behind the camera, so you're never in the shot. This type of camera, there really isn't that option because there's no place to hide.
You literally have to be standing underneath the tripod.
Underneath the tripod or behind a tree. Which usually sometimes that isn't really ready available. So if you're watching the Sid Cahuenga's one, there was me awkwardly sitting right next to it. As you're watching Donald and Daisy, which is the new meet and greet for in front of Sid. And their normal outfits.
If you're a character person, really like to meet characters, they're actually in Donald in his sailor outfit, which, I mean, you can meet Daisy here at Epcot with her regular pink dress. But if you... but that's like Sid's now is really the only place you can meet Donald in his sailor outfit.
Yeah. There we go. But yeah, it's really super rare now to see characters in their normal outfits. So
Yeah,
like
usually-
Donald's usually in his at studios was in his Hollywood,
Yeah, and so was Daisy.
And so
in
was
her little
Daisy.
yellow dress.
but you can actually now meet Donald in his regular sailor outfit.
And I talked to an entertainment manager yesterday when I was at work, and she said, I asked him, like, is this going to be permanent? And she said, I think so. So nothing concrete, but she said she thinks so.
That he's going to be in
That
a
he's going
sailor.
to be permanently in his sailor outfit instead of his Hollywood outfit.
Gotcha.
It's a pass hole. The parrot thought it's an asshole. It's a big difference.
One letter can make a big difference.
Pause for editing.
I always teach the kids. They write letters together. When they write, the words all jump up. And I say, okay.
So I guess it's a good time to solicit ideas. If anybody has anything they would like to hear on the podcast or see in a video, send us an email or a tweet or something.
Or something.
Well, I mean, contact us in some way.
Yeah.
And
Even smoke signal is okay.
And let us know what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see.
Yep.
Hi, how many? Two. Perfect. Roll number one, please. Number one. How many?
Because John's even done some.
Oh, thank goodness.
Some stuff
Okay,
with
so
these
apparently
springs.
you heard I had to bleep out the guy behind us. Luckily, he's going down the next gate, so he's in C. We're gonna be okay.
John's
So-
even done some stuff at Disney Springs. and
Yes.
stuff.
While it's all interesting, let's enjoy the music of the pre-show.
Maya, come here. Stay right there.
Welcome to Sun Airlines Flight 1995 with trip service around the world. Before we board, we have just a few reminders. If you're wearing any spinning shoes such as sandals, please remove them once you take your seat inside the theater and leave them on the floor in front of you. If you have any carrying items that are too large or too fragile to fit into the seat compartment, please leave them on the floor as well, and a flight attendant will gladly store them for you. Please refrain from any flash photography, video recording, or cell phone usage, courtesy to the guests around you. if you're traveling with children under the age of 7. A parental guardian 14 years of age or older must occupy the seat right next to them. And now, please turn your attention to the screen in front of you for some important safety information from my Chief Flight Attendant Patrick. Thank you and enjoy your flight.
Hello and welcome to Florida. My name is Patrick and I'll be your chief flight attendant today. We'll begin boarding in a few minutes, but first I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information. When the doors to your flight open, please take a seat and store all carry-on items in the underseat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and of course, these little beauties. Next, fasten your seatbelts, inserting them into the buckle on your right. As smaller aviators don't measure up to the height indicator on the seat. Just put the belt through the loop in the center strap before buckling. Nice work, pal. Soon you will be airborne. So if you or your little aviators have a fear of flying or of heights, you might want to wait for your party at the arrival gate. Okay, let's review. That is seatbelt, carry-on item, safety strap, fear of heights, keep your hands and arms inside at all times. Anything else? Yeah. Have a nice one.
Guys, my row 3 is going to follow me first, followed by 2, and then 1. Row 3, right this way, guys. Welcome aboard.
That was Stan on American Dad Day.
Sorry?
That was Stan.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I have an injury.
You go with chicken on it. All the way down to your front, please. You guys need to move 1 feet down so we can stop
We are now conducting our final systems check. Please stow all carry-on items in the under-seat compartment. For your safety, remain seated with your seatbelt fastened during your flight and watch your children.
Bienvenidos. Favor de colocar sus efectos personales en el compartimiento debajo del asiento. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con el cinturón de seguridad abrochado durante el vuelo y vigilen a los niños. Esperamos que disfruten su vuelo.
yellow on your right.
to tower. We are ready for takeoff.
So that was Soaring Around the World.
So some of the other things we didn't talk about while we were waiting was you may have heard about the end scene.
Yes.
Like when we did the last Soarin', when it was closing.
Yep.
We discussed if it was going to be park specific, like the ending was going to be park specific,
Yep.
or if it was all going to be the same thing. And we were indeed correct in saying that it was going to be park specific.
Yes. Because the Soaring Around the World Disney California Adventure flies over Disneyland. This one here flies over Epcot, and the one in Shanghai Disneyland actually doesn't fly over a park. It flies over Shanghai, the city, and there's random fireworks that are going off in the city.
The park didn't exist when they made the film.
Correct.
I don't know why they just didn't stick it in after, because it's a digital film. It's not like it has to be cut or anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe at some point they will in the future.
One of the things, as it is flying over Epcot, you will see that it is flying from the World Showcase over Spaceship Earth toward the parking lot. So the fireworks are going off at the parking lot.
Yeah.
And the fireworks are wishes.
Yeah. I remember seeing a screenshot. All I really saw was a screenshot when this attraction first came out. And that was my first thing. I'm like, why are there fireworks going off in the parking lot versus where they normally go off? But, because I would have done it flying from the parking lot over into Epcot. It would have made a lot more sense. Don't know why they didn't do that, but they didn't. So we're definitely gonna try and get in this little quiet section here. Yes. Okay. So that was Soaring Around the World. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's show.
Sorry for the delay about last week.
Yeah, I really do deeply apologize, and I thank you so much for your patience. Obviously, you can email us at podcast@cfsas.com. You can check out our site at cfsas.com. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JohnCFSS, and you can follow me. You can actually follow Anne-Marie at AnneMarieCFSS, and also on Instagram by the same username. And you can follow our main Twitter account at CentralFLSES, and you can go ahead and search us and like us on Facebook. And you can head over to our YouTube page and please subscribe there. Also, you can find our podcast on not only Podbean, but you can find it on iTunes. And if you do subscribe to it on iTunes, please rate and review us. It definitely helps other users find excellent shows like ours to listen to. Do you have anything else for us, Anne-Marie?
Oh, when we were on Frozen Ever After, one of the things I believe they should have put, like when you come up the hill, where you used to see Odin's Eye, like when you come up over the crest of the hill, there's a giant snowflake there, like Elsa's snowflake. I felt like Odin's Eye should be in the middle of the snowflake. I thought that would have been cool.
All right. So anyway,
I'm not imagining.
Yeah, this is true. From You Only Play One on TV. Or at least on a t-shirt. So, from myself and Anne-Marie here at Epcot, say goodbye, Anne-Marie.
Goodbye, Anne-Marie.
And, slowly and have a magical week, everybody, and hopefully next week we won't have any delays in our episodes after this. So.
Well, John has tape now on his recorder, so.
Yes, so the issue that had originally brought this whole thing up has been rectified, so that is a good thing. So, until then, so long and have a magical week.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind
or forgotten.